Secretary, Institute of Technology, Malfunction. Today we are going to see about operating system for 2017 regulation, computer science department. This is second year paper for the fourth semester. So today we will see about setting up a Linux Malfunction server. So a server is a very main thing for each and every client machines or for its own. A server has the data of all the client machines connected with it. So for example, if I have 50 computers with me, if one system gets failure, I need to reboot all the things, I need to get all my data back to me. But when my 50 systems connected with the server, I no need to go for retrieving all the data one by one and for giving it back to it. What I do is I'll go to my server, I'll check the data and I will send it back to my machine which gets failure, and then I'll start working with it. Okay, that's the main purpose of a server. When it comes to Linux, it's purely into command oriented. So the files and functions, whatever you're working in a Linux machine under your server will be so much safe and it will be highly secure. Okay, so the server is the main thing where we have different types of server in your Linux. Okay, so the topic we're going to see about the issues. Okay, the issues comes in your server and how I'm going to setting up my errors in a Linux machine. Okay, you're going to see about the server today and how to set up the server which has some errors in it, and this particular server works in your Linux machine. Okay, so I have various number of servers with me. I have my web server and then my mail server. Sorry, this is mail. Okay, this is my mail server, and then my DNS server, FTP, and mail delivering agents. Okay, my web server, that's the main thing, because whenever people comes into my web page, they will be seeing all the data. So I need my website to be secured all the time. I don't want my data to be corrupted by some people or be taken away by some people. My resource should not be touched anywhere. So I'm using my Apache server over here, which is the main one for my website. Okay, and this mail server is there whenever you send a mail or you receive a mail from any person in your internet. Okay, so this is my mail server, and this works as the main one for sending all the mails while I'm composing or having the address in it or having the data in it, and whatever I do with my mail process, this one holds everything. And DNS, this domain naming system, this one holds my entire client machines getting connected at a single point where I'll be having a particular domain for the entire client machines, and then that connects to the server, and this provides as interface between your server and all your client machines. Okay, and this is a file FTP server. So this FTP server, in this one all your file transfer protocol is used, and all your files getting access over there, where your files will be transferred from your server to client and also from your client to server. And this one, mail delivering agents, this one is your POP3 and your IMAP. So whatever mail you send and whatever mail you receive, the post office protocol, these comes under this mail delivery agent. Okay, so these are the important servers used in my Linux machine under the server. Okay, so whatever it is, I need my machine to be well equipped to control a server. So I have some specification over here. These are called my basic requirements for a system which should have a server. Okay, so the initial stage is the server should be configured with the web server first. Okay, so this one, the server should get configured with my web server. That's the first point. That's the very first point. The server should be configured with the web server. And then the next one, the Linux machine, it should set up its own internet server. Okay, internet server is the one, so that you get connected with all the client machines, right? And when it comes to a mission, I have different machines with so much of configurations, but these are the main configuration I need in a minimum level to use my Linux server. So I need to have a Pentium 3 processor with me, which has some RAM speed of 256 MB. This is a basic one, so 256 MB is fine, and then a 10 GB hard disk is much more enough. Okay, so I need all these three to have a machine which can run as a server. Okay, and then now we go to our Apache server installation. Okay, so we saw the concept which is required in our server, and now we'll go and see how the Apache server installation works. Okay, initially it is configured under a user environment. Okay, the Apache server will not be you no need to do all these things by inbuilt machines. You can do it manually. You can install Apache server just with your user environment. Okay, and then first one, we will be having a command called configuration. Okay, this configuration, it's used the configuration directory. Sorry, we use the configuration directory for installing the Apache server. This one will be in your dhcpd.configuration. Remember this DHCP is a dynamic host configuration protocol. Okay, you're making your host as your server. You're taking this, but you use this particular configuration directory, and that one you will be using. It works under your dynamic host configuration protocol. If my dynamic host configuration protocol is not working in my machine, then I can make my server run. Okay, that's why I'm having this one under my DHCP. Okay, so in this DHCP I have so many things which comes under the file called etc. Okay, so basically I'll be supposed to use the configuration directory which is under my DHCP folder, which is under my etc. Okay, so to start my Apache server, example, I have initialized my Apache machine. Now I'm going to start making my system work with my Apache. So I'll be using this command as $Apache T1 start. Once I give this, the particular machine starts running with my Apache server. Okay, and then it has some different port numbers. When I'm using HTTP, 80 is my port number. Remember, when I'm using my HTTP, 80 is my port number, and when I'm using HTTPS for a secure web page, my port number is 443. So these are the two differences you need to be very clear. Okay, when I'm using HTTP hypertext transfer protocol, my port number is 80, and when I'm using hypertext transfer protocol with a secured connection, then I'll be using the port number of 443. Okay, so I won't be specifying it as 80 or 443, but I'll be specifying it as HTTP or with HTTPS. So that's the main thing, that's the main difference I'll be specifying over here. So remember, I won't be using this number and this number. I'll be specifying with HTTP and HTTPS. That's the main difference. Okay, now once I finish this configuration, I'll be coming back over here. I'll install my DHCP package here. Okay, once I start my Apache, I'll fix my port number, whether I'm using my HTTP or HTTPS. Then I'll be installing my DHCP package. Okay, the particular DHCP package, it's a skeletal configuration. Okay, it's a skeletal configuration. It means the outer layer of your DHCP will be get installed, where the inner files and inner configuration built-in functions get enabled directly with it. Okay, I don't need to enter the entire package. I'll just install the DHCP package as a skeletal part, a skeletal configuration. So all the files and all the functions inside your DHCP get configured all by itself. Okay, then I'll be configuring my source IP, that is my internet provider. Okay, so I'll be using my IP of 255.255.245.255. Okay, this means I can use my configuration over here anywhere. Okay, that's for it. So this one is common for all my Apache server, and I'll be using the same one for my Fedora and my Red Hat and then CentOS, where it uses the same configuration. It is the same configuration where this one differs. See here, over here I be used etc and DHCPD here, but in this one I'll be using my etc system configuration and DHCPD. So there is a difference when I compare with my Apache server and then with my Fedora, Red Hat or CentOS. This is a difference over it. And then we go into the next topic. That's my some more two servers are there. The main one is my proxy server, and then is my database server. Proxy server is the one where whatever function you do in your client machines or whatever process happen in your server, it works as a proxy server by itself. Okay, because when you are installing something, it should take a proxy route, so that when your installation fails, it will take your data source and the data transfer approximately from there. Okay, that's what it said. And in this one, it uses a main concept called squid. Okay, squid is a process, or it's like how to say, it supports various things. The main one of squid is do catching and proxy server. Okay, squid is a catching and a proxy server. Okay, you know what is catch, right? It's like a memory process which holds the data at the particular time. So squid is the one which holds the data at the time, and it holds a proxy server, and it supports what? It supports HTTP, FTP and SSL. Okay, these three are the main thing which comes under which supports by the squid, where the squid works under your proxy server. Okay, and it is very easy to install and configure, because the proxy server is there when you install your OS. So all you need is to configure it, and if you have to we have 4 commands for it. Okay, the 4 commands are configure, configure as. This is one is the main one you will be configuring, and this one how to configure it. You need to configure as. This is the command for it. Configure as a command used to refer what I has to get configured. Okay, and then use it make all and make install. Make all means those are the basic requirement files to be there which has to be configured, and make install is the one where all the commands is done and then you will be getting install your proxy server. And then the last one is your database server. Database server, this comes under like it controls all the data you're giving in your websites or web pages and your mail and everything. Okay, so what it controls was it holds the websites and the web service application. Clear? It holds the websites and the services required for the website. Okay, it holds the website and the web service applications. What I do was, as I said, it's a database. We are using the MySQL server over here. Okay, this is a database I'm using here. So I'll install and start my MySQL, and then I'll create my SQL root user. This one is like administrator, and then I'll create a regular MySQL user. Okay, I'll be installing my MySQL. I'll start it, and then I'll create an admin, and then I'll create the number of users, that is a client machines, under my MySQL, and then I'll be using my backup and restoration of database each and every time as it goes on. Okay, like I'll be taking database for each and every time. So this is about, these are all the types we have seen in your setting up of Linux server. So that's what a recap. Like we gone through with database server, and then how to install a proxy server, and then we come across with Apache server, and then we saw the server requirements for it, and this is how it goes. This is the topic, and hope you guys understood in this one. Whatever doubt you have, you can clear with by giving your feedbacks and comments. Okay, yeah, thank you, have a good day, learn well and be success. Thank you.